Okay, so this is a presentation about setting up a company, something we get asked a lot, but this is just a very brief overview and I'm going to give you some links to further details. So I'm going to talk about what the different forms are, what the advantages, disadvantages of each are, and then some details to contact us for more information afterwards. So what are the different forms? Most typically we deal with sole traders, limited companies, and ordinary or limited liability partnerships. To read more about those, there's the link at the bottom. So let's start with sole trader. This is probably the most common one that we deal with. It's the quick and easy option to set up. There's very minimal paperwork. You just start it by yourself. Go onto the government website, click that you want to register for self-assessment, and that's pretty much it. Normally you have to do that within 3 months of starting trading. So let's talk about the downsides, and the liability is all yours. In other words, let's say you do a dreadful job for someone and they sue you, then you and all your personal assets could be at risk, so your car, your house, that sort of thing. Other thing is, if you want to be dealing with bigger clients, if you are a sole trader, they could possibly think that you're a bit small scale. It's just a small point, but it's something worth considering. More details at that link at the bottom, so check that out. Next up is limited company. So this is another very popular company structure that we get asked about a lot. So in comparison to a sole trader, it's more complex to set up. So you have to register with both Companies House and HMRC. So HMRC for tax purposes and Companies House to give them details about company ownership and so forth. When you do your tax paperwork, you'll probably need to hire an accountant because it's relatively complex. So that's something to consider. So that's an additional cost of anywhere between £300 to £500 per year as a minimum. The paperwork that you have to submit to both HMRC and Companies House is more complex. That said, your liability is limited, hence the name limited liability company. So let's say you do a dreadful job for someone and they sue you, then your personal assets, and this is in brackets as long as you haven't broken the law, aren't at risk. It's normally just share capital, which is. Again, it's quite complex, so I would recommend read more information about it via that link at the bottom. Other advantages can make you appear more professional if you're looking to do business with bigger companies. Very, very briefly going to touch upon this because we rarely deal with this. But let's just say there are two of you or more and you want to set up a partnership. Again, it's similar to being a sole trader. You can just start straight away. That being said, you'd still need to file tax paperwork for you individually, so for each partner, and then also for the partnership itself. You can add on a layer of protection, so you can register as a limited liability partnership, but you'd have to file a limited liability partnership agreement and also the tax paperwork that was mentioned. It's quite complex, so again, this is just a brief overview. I recommend you have a look at that link at the bottom for more details. So if you do have questions about this or anything else, make sure you get in touch. But here's a brief touch on what we can offer you. One-to-one business support, Wednesday evening workshops about entrepreneurship, competitions, and our summer course. So these are the details. So if you want to arrange a meeting, come to our workshops, do the summer course, whatever it may be, get in touch via these details. Okay, thanks very much.